don't know. I agree with Zendo not go out and get dinner and then come back, but I don't know what the time frame, and I don't know whether if we still had a quorum without Ms. Poindexter, whether
You wouldn't have a quorum at that point, I don't think.
without, I know Drew said he would come back. He's coming back. If we could go like till 7:30, if we had a quorum, I would like to go
support that.
7:38, and at least we would get the bulk
of it,
the
yeah.
other sites that are out there.
Okay.
And then I would ask that we reconvene, put it on tomorrow's schedule. We can do it at 3 or 4, and that's what I would do. And otherwise, I think when you say the 19th, maybe it ought to be the 18th, and not do this afternoon where we're getting people all to come here and not be able to really stay for the whole thing. You know, we set it up in the afternoon. I've been trying to push for those, you know, like where we come at 9 and we're working through it, and not where we're starting late in the afternoon.
Well, just so everyone knows, I mean, I was trying to just cancel committees and just get this completely devoted on the 19th from like 8:30 or 9 o'clock, but that didn't go over too well. So anyway, just so you know what I've tried to do, because I really want to get on with this, move on, because we have other business to take care of. So I'm with you on that, Ms. Williams.
Okay,
I
I mean,
Okay.
so if we could try to do it tomorrow and at least do some, and then if we don't, whatever, do a reasonable amount of time, and just keep working on it.
Okay.
And then move it to, if we can't do it on the 18th, and not have, we can't,
I don't know who's, Ms. Eoff has a commitment. and Ms.
oh,
Poindexter
okay,
does
then
too.
if we do it on the 19th, then I'll, if I still have things on the 19th, I'll move those.
You've been accommodating with that, I appreciate that, okay?
Okay, so I would like to leave open the possibility of doing some tomorrow. We don't have to do it, if it turns out we're all tired, we don't have to do it for a long time, but at least we'll be moving on as quickly as possible.
Okay, Ms. Ford.
Thank you. I canceled my Wednesday night reservation. I can probably get it back. I don't think the hotels are full. And I can reschedule any appointments I might have the next morning. But
What's your preference, Ms. Ford? Just go ahead.
well, frankly, I would like to get this over with tonight. Okay, so I'm going to make the same suggestion I made the last time. If everybody's willing to stop all public testimony and let us go into deliberations, we can deal with this. But if anybody wants to still testify, we're going to be here. So today, tomorrow, next meeting, it's going to drag on. It is now November the, what is it? The 5th.
Okay. Anyway, thank you, Ms. Ford. So, Ms. Poindexter, you said you had some kind of commitment tomorrow too, as well.
Yeah,
right?
tomorrow night I have a critical
Yeah.
meeting
So
that
she
I have
can't-
committed
okay.
to. And I just gotta say, I know it took a long process, but we're in the second council.
We're almost there.
We're almost there. It's a very controversial issue, so to me, it went faster than a lot of things have gone. So to me, the process has moved along in a fairly, to me, a timely manner. So I don't think it just took too long. I think with this issue, there was a lot of things that we needed to do to cross our T's and dot our I's.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Poindexter. Mr. Iligan.
Mr. Chair, thank you. I just want to say let's make a decision as quickly as possible, because I've seen this before where we go on and we take 30
Okay.
or 45 minutes and we
Okay.
could have listened to testimonies.
Okay. So we're
please.
gonna thank you, Mr. Iligan. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. So we're gonna recess the meeting at 6:30, and then we're gonna reconvene on. No, we can't. Because Ms. Poindexter is not going to be available anyway. So no, we need to be fair. We need everyone's input on the discussion portion. So we'll just reconvene. We'll recess at November 19th. Well, we can put 9 a.m. and we just got to deal with committees. I mean, we need to do that. So let me check with staff. One moment.
Probably.
we're gonna do 1:30 with the expectation we'll just get it done that day, because, no, so we're gonna go through the night on the 19th. If it takes that, we're gonna do that and get it, we can't hear you, because I'm told.
On the
that-
19th,
Right,
2 hours of that, I believe, were things that I have on.
I thought Ms. Ford had something too,
Oh, yes.
so,
And I think pretty much, unless Ms. Ford has it, I think everything was mine.
well, I'm hearing from
So
staff, Ms. Ford
let's check
wants-
on it. I'll check with her
Ms.
before you
Ford,
give the time.
just tell us the answer.
I'm more than willing to waive my stuff to another.
Oh, okay, so let's do
You
9
know,
o'clock then.
We gotta get this over with.
November 19th, 9 o'clock, we'll finish this on that day.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're recessed, so anyway, so let's continue with the testimony. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your patience. Ms. Yap, where did we leave off? Which site?
Continue for how long?
You finished Hilo? Okay. So we're gonna go, Scott, your next two testifiers in Kona.
Okay, our last two testifiers here in Kona. We have lston Kamaka in support of Bill 113, and we also have Nancy Redfeather in support of Bill 113.
Hello, I'm lston Kamaka. I'm in support of Bill 113. I never knew anything about GMO until earlier this year, and once I heard about it, negative. I never liked anything I heard about it, and I still feel the same way today. I believe it's a business issue, meaning it's about money and greed, and I feel that Monsanto was sneaky since the day he started, and finally is being reviewed, and everybody's all the farmers are all in too deep now, that they're worried about their living, and I feel for them, but it's not natural, so automatic. I feel that you guys should pass this bill because it's just not right. I'm sure everybody feels the same way, but I know they try to find ways to survive and make a living. But naturally, it's not safe, it's not real, it's not true, it's not pure. I just hope you guys pass this bill and support this bill, because it's our future, and we live naturally thousands and thousands of years, and it doesn't make sense to try and change it. So, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Your next testifier?
So my name is Nancy Redfeather, and I live with my family at Kavanui Farm, which is in Kainaliu in Maukokona. I am in support of Bill 113, and I would really like to mahalo the council for being able to listen to all sides of this very complex issue. And I really think that you have achieved a clear compromise in Bill 113 that includes exemptions for all genetically engineered crops that are currently being grown on Hawaii Island at this time. And it also includes a really clear pathway for additional genetically engineered crops should they be needed in case of an emergency in the future. I think when both sides of the issue aren't that happy with the bill, I think the council can be assured that they have reached a clear compromise for both sides. I think everyone really agrees that we don't want the biotech companies to be doing to be conducting genetically engineered experimental field trials here on Hawaii Island. And I have to trust that scaring or hiring more lobbyists or strong-arming the council to defeat this bill will actually not be effective on Hawaii Island. I have recently read the legal opinions that were given to Mayor Cavallo, and I think the arguments that have been presented to him are baseless and basically show the extensive reach and power of the biotech industry over the people of Hawaii. So, of course, we cannot see everything clearly that will happen in the future, but we know that it's wise to protect and preserve our lands, preserve our water systems from contaminants, to protect future crops from contamination, to protect seed resources, and work to curb our invasive species, and improve our relationship with the University of Hawaii so that could create a flow of knowledge from our professors to our farmers and help them to begin to understand how to farm sustainably using agroecology methods. I also don't see a clear need for an ad hoc committee at this time, but if one is needed for a particular defined reason, it should have a clear directive, and it should have a clear goal, a balanced group, and a clear timetable. So I ask that you please pass Bill 113. Uamake'ea o ka'aina kapono. You are the ka'ea of this aina, and it is your kuleana to do what is pono. So, mahalo.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Redfeather. Okay, we're going to move to Kohala, your next two testifiers.
Our next testifier is Nasel Karr, representing Erica Kerr, his children, and the students on his organic farm, speaking in support and making comment on Bill 113.
Aloha, Council. Thank you for listening to my testimony. This is the third time that I've come to testify in favor of this slew of legislation, and I'm just amazed by the overwhelming support of this bill by thousands of farmers, gardeners, and consumers on the island. I think it's so clear that overwhelmingly the people of Hawaii do not want these biotechnology crops being grown here. I'd like to represent my family today. I have a beautiful family, 3 children. They grew up on organic farms, and what's so amazing to me is just how beautiful they are, and it's so clear to everyone else that sees, you know, when you eat organic food and fresh food on a regular basis, it just affects your whole body, your physical appearance, your strength, and your intelligence. And so, you know, keeping our children safe on the island, I think it's so important that you guys support this Bill 113. In addition, I have an organic farm in North Kohala where we run an agriculture institute educating the next generation of young farmers, and we're the fastest growing group of farmers right now in the country. So, and these young farmers, they don't want to grow biotechnology GMO crops that are filled with poisons and chemicals. We want to grow organic natural food to raise healthy families that are beautiful and raise traditional heritage crops. So at our farm we raise hundreds of varieties of crops, including over 20 varieties of traditional kalo, 20 varieties of kava, numerous banana varietals. And this Bill 113 is going to protect that biodiversity, which really is our food security on this island. So again, encouraging you to support it. In addition, we are on the cutting edge of the fastest growing food sector in the world. It's growing in the billions every year, and we're leading on the cutting edge of this rapidly growing food economy. So let's position ourselves to be a global supplier of organic food and products. Please support Bill 113 and vote quickly on this issue. It is an urgent issue. Thank you.
Thank you. Next testifier, please.
Next testifier is Sheila Winters, representing herself, speaking in support and making comment on Bill 113.
Thank you, Council, women and men. I can hear the weariness in your voices. I understand that. But there are times when we do have to put aside our weariness for the benefit of the job that you're doing to serve us. And it seems obvious to me, as Dash pointed out, the overwhelming testimony, it's a no-brainer. The people don't want this. And in our country, thank God, the people are still the ones who run the government. We elected you with our trust that you're going to protect this, as been stated many, many times. I know that biodiversity is the answer for farming and the elimination of the necessity for using any pesticide. Again, I present Botany of Desire by Michael Pollan. It's very clear that our agriculture has gone astray in many ways, and in that going astray have created problems that it seems like only pesticides will solve, and yet those create problems, and the genetically modified organisms, gobs of problems. And it is very simple, a solution to the natural way that's been stated by many people also, usually natives who are saying that, native Hawaiian. Thank you.
Thank you for
So
your...
I just pray that you will look to your hearts, and thank you. God bless you.
Mr. Chair, I
thank
just
you.
want a point of clarification. What's the previous testifier's name?
Yes.
The guy, the male?
Okay, well, could you state your name again for the record, please?
Daschle Kerr.
Daschle Kerr. Okay, thank you, Mr. Kerr. Okay, let's see, that takes us to Pahoa, your next two testifiers.
First, we have Ms. Janava Baldessari, representing herself, followed by Mr. Alan Reeves, also representing himself, both in support.
Hello, Council. I am in support of Bill 113. I think it's a step in the right direction. It is my hope that all GMO crops will be transformed to non-GMO crops eventually. Right now, I have the means to eat healthy, non-GMO foods or to do without. I am in the process of writing to Meadowlark Dairy on the mainland and to Malama Market, telling them I will no longer buy their GMO cottage cheese. Many people I know are careful not to buy food that is genetically modified. Unfortunately, these products are usually more expensive, and not everyone can afford to eat the way they would really like to eat. So it's the poor people who really are having to eat GMO foods because they don't have alternatives. I would like to see the day when everyone is able to shop anywhere on this island and buy healthy, non-GMO products. And I thank you for your part in doing this. And I thank you for introducing this bill and for supporting it. Thank you.
Thank you. Your next testifier, Pahoa.
Hi, I'm Alan Reeves. I live in Kalapana. And I just want to express my support for Bill 113. I've had the pleasure of eating fresh, organic, homegrown papaya from my friends, and it's a huge difference from the commercial papaya that I see on the markets here in Puna. And it's just amazing to me that there's so little of this wonderful, fresh, organic, homegrown papaya and so much of the GMO on the market, and I really want to encourage you to do the right thing. This is an opportunity to make a statement for the world of setting ourselves apart from the other Hawaiian Islands to have a GMO-free island here. This is really about looking ahead to the future for our future generations. So I'm trusting that you council members will do the right thing and pass this bill. It's really a good compromise, and I think it's really important to get something in place now rather than delaying further while Monsanto continues with its agenda of moving on to this island and taking over the world's food supply. I don't know if you've seen the movie The Thrive. I hope you all have, but that really sets the case for really doing the right thing and speaking out against Monsanto and these other biotech companies. So thank you for letting us all speak today.
Okay, thank you for your testimony. Okay, our next two testifiers is Justinmanuel, representing himself in opposition.
My name is Justinmanuel. I oppose this bill. if we can just look at what we use in our everyday household items, from when you shampoo your hair, the soap you use, the toothpaste, you know, they all give the same kind of side effects that everybody is talking about. Why do we avoid the dangers of it? And you know, I've been a farmer for pretty much all my life. I grew up farming, and you know, it's pretty much the only thing I know I love to do is, you know, I feed people locally and I feed people worldwide. And I'd like you guys remember that we're not gardeners, we are farmers. We get 60 plus acres of papaya, you know, and we feed the world. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your testimony. Next testifier is Dennis Gonzalez in opposition. Good evening.
My name is Dennis Gonzalez. I was part of the team that developed the virus-resistant transgenic papaya. I strongly oppose Bill 113. Contrary to what some people say, that Hawaii Island is the last island that could be GMO-free. Hawaii Island grows more than 90% of the approved GMO crops that are grown in the state of Hawaii. The transgenic papaya is safe for the environment and the consumption, despite what people say in 3-minute sound bites. Our data has been published with no credible challenge. Cross-pollination ruining non-GMO farmers is a big point of Bill 113. I've yet to see results where a certified organic papaya farmer lost his certification due to cross-pollination by transgenic papaya. Finally, you know, the intent of Bill 113 reminds me of the words and moral of a song called One Tin Soldier. In this song, an army wanted to take away something that some people had and destroy them in the process. One might say to take away the tools that innocent farmers are using to make a living on Hawaii Island. The chorus goes as such. Go ahead and hate your neighbors. Go ahead and cheat a friend. Do it in the name of heaven, justify it in the end. There won't be any trumpets blowing come the judgment day on that bloody morning after one tin soldier rides away. This bill is like the tin soldier threatening to ruin Big Island farmers and ranchers by taking away their tools. But I predict the Big Island farmers and ranchers will not sit back. They will fight and will overcome this bill.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gonzalez. We have time for probably one or two more testifiers. Why don't we transition? Kona is done. Let's see, Kohala, your next two testifiers.
Our next testifier is Jessica Andrews, representing herself, speaking in support of Bill 113.
Aloha, good evening.
Aloha, Council. I am Jessica Andrews. I am 10 years old and support Bill 113. I thank Margaret Willey for introducing this bill. Please pass it. We do not want GMOs on this island. People will come far and wide to this island to see the island that has no GMOs. If you do not pass this bill, hundreds will be disappointed, including people who could not make it. As always, I am representing the KKF right. We will have to clean up the mess you are in. Animals, people, and plants are dying. I ask you to help us. I support Bill 113 as is. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your testimony. Okay, Kohala, your next testifier.
Next testifier is Jan Roberts, representing herself, speaking in support and making comment on Bill 113.
Hello, Council. I just want to say that it's really a question. What I want to know is that in 10, 15, 20 years from now, if we know that the toxicity of the island has grown from the use of GMOs, you had a chance in 2013 to stop that, and you chose not to, which would be on your conscience that you had that chance. People of the island who do not want this and do not want this toxicity have strong, deep beliefs about this, about our family, about our pets, about our children. And I'd like to know that, is it going to be on your conscience that you did nothing in 2013? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your testimony. Okay, thank you, public, everyone, for your patience. We will be recessing this meeting to November 19th at 9 a.m. We're in recess.